Today we're going to be talking about the Microsoft announcement and what's happened recently. Welcome to Green Lycan Reviews, I'm Lycan. I have literally seen over the internet for the last couple of weeks all of this talk about these exclusives that are going to be releasing, and how everyone seems to think, or was thinking at least before, that Microsoft were going to bring all Xbox exclusives to all platforms. Now, of course, like most other people with an actual brain and with a little bit of sense, my idea was that they wouldn't do something like that on the basis that it wouldn't be very preferable for them as a business. However, it would be a good idea business-wise for them to release all of their things on other consoles after some time in order to make more money long term. This is something that PlayStation have done more recently, where though there's been a delay on it, they do release their games on PC within a year or two of a game releasing as an exclusive on PlayStation. What this does for a business is it allows them to essentially release games on a new platform and make more money off of it long term. But now that the podcast has happened and we know a little bit more about it, let's talk about exactly what they announced and what they were talking about in that podcast. Starting with the exclusivity part. So what they've said is they're going to be releasing 4 games in the near future on multi-platform. These are not games that they've necessarily already got released. I would say that there's a very high possibility that they are going to release 4 of the games that were potentially announced during the Xbox Developer Direct. And if you haven't seen the Xbox Developer Direct, then check up there on the card. That's my coverage of it in summary. I think that some of the games that they announced during the Developer Direct might be games that are going to release multi-platform. However, there was mention of live service games, which means there could be other games that are in development at the moment that will be releasing as multi-platform. There is no announcement or anything about what the games are, so we don't know right now, but it is something to look forward to in the future whenever they decide to release those games. And don't expect Phil Spencer or any of the Xbox team to announce it, because it seems to be that they're going to leave that announcement to the teams that are making the games. During the podcast, Phil Spencer essentially said that they're not planning on releasing their exclusives multi-platform at any time because it's not something that would make business sense for them as a growing brand trying to grow Xbox as a brand. It was also mentioned very casually by Matt Booty that Game Pass is on Xbox and that's where it belongs and that's where it's going to be. So that pretty much says that it's not going to be coming out on other consoles or other places, it's just going to be restricted to Xbox and PC. So contrary to what everyone has been saying online, it's not going to happen, it's not something they're planning. This is an interesting turnaround because he has directly just destroyed all of those rumours that have been circling around, mainly X to be fair, and obviously it's something that they don't plan to do, so now we know that and it's been cleared up so no one else can talk about it anymore. And now comes the customary like and subscribe section. You should like this video and subscribe to me because you're still here, so you clearly like the video. You like me, you like my voice, you love listening to me, you know you do. I also do game reviews and other things, so just make sure you like it, make sure you subscribe so you can follow everything I do, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can keep up to date with what I'm releasing, and so you can support me, of course, because that's the most important thing. So the main talk and the main idea is that games like Sea of Thieves potentially may be one of those games that will become multi-platform. There has also been another announcement on the other side of that with Activision Blizzard and what's going on with the release of those games on Game Pass. But it has now been confirmed that Diablo 4 will be releasing on March 28th on Game Pass. What this means is that games from Activision Blizzard are in the pipeline for coming to Game Pass and they are on their way. There's not been any other announcements about other games, but we can expect them to roll out over the coming years. And it's not preferable for anyone on Game Pass, obviously, to have to wait, but unfortunately, you have to. The rest of the podcast was essentially them talking about their future plans for Xbox and building a business. It doesn't look like they're stopping on hardware anytime soon, and it seems to be that their next console they're looking to make even more powerful than what PlayStation are putting out there. And this is interesting because everyone's going to say, obviously, PlayStation's going to say, we got the most powerful console, Xbox is going to say the same thing. However, it does seem that the whole deal with AMD might not be running through to the new consoles, and it does seem like Xbox may be coming out with Intel instead. But that is the whole podcast in summary. This is an impromptu video, I didn't really plan it, you can probably tell. But get down in the comments and give me your opinion on what you think Xbox are going to do going forward and what you think they should do. Thank you for watching this video, I've been Lycan, and I will see you in the next one. I don't know why I inflected like that, that's kind of weird.